Good morning. I hope your break's going well. I edited a presentation that I've used at conferences and with my students at Millersville to kind of give some overview on the framework I mentioned. That was the TIM, which is the Technology Integration Matrix, which really stemmed from the TPAC model and the SAMR model, which you're familiar with. And here's a quick quote I've used in this presentation about focusing on the pedagogy, not the tool. I also refer to Abraham Maslow's quote, "If the only tool you have is a hammer, you tend to treat everything like a nail." So the TIM stem from the TPAC, which is a really popular model, and that stands for Technology, Pedagogy, and Content. And obviously, the content is the what, and then the pedagogy is the how, and then the technology is the partner. And really the goal of this model is you're trying to find that sweet spot where they all overlap. And there's a quick video, which is TPAC in 2 minutes. I also provided a link to a book chapter I wrote a few years ago with some colleagues at Millersville. It describes TPAC in the beginning of it, and then here's a link to the TPAC site. And then you're familiar with the SAMR model, and then the TIM stems from all of those. It kind of expanded from that. So what's cool about the matrix, and the link to the matrix is on the next slide, but the matrix at the top talks about what level of technology integration is happening, but the focus of the TIM is the learning environment, and that's on the left-hand side here. So are the students in a constructive environment? Are they collaborating? Is it authentic? And then if you click on spot on the matrix, so if you do collaborative infusion, what's really cool is it takes you to some videos. So it provides a visual model of what that would look like in a classroom. They also have different grade level bands, different subject areas, and you can drill down by subject areas or the grade level bands and look at different videos represented in the model. There's also a TIM evaluation tool that they offer on here as well. So this is one I like to refer to. I use it a lot with my Millersville students. I give them problem situations and they have to design a solution to the problem and then tell me what level of TIM is happening. And the big thing too is I talk to them about any framework is that it's not evaluating you as a teacher, it's just looking at the lesson and showing what type of pedagogy strategies are being implemented. And being active entry is okay, but living there is not okay. And more often than not, sometimes people view the SAMR as a ladder that they have to always be up at redefinition, which is not the case. Substitution's okay, but the TIM kind of takes this step further and looks at that learning environment here on the left-hand side. I also have some notes down here in the bottom of this presentation as well. Here's the link to the TIM. Then I came across this one actually last spring and in the summer. I've taken a look at it. It's called Tech, and what it does is kind of an expansion of the SAMR model. On her blog, Jen Roberts talks about like the SAMR would be the intro, the Tech expands, but the TIM I think really fully analyzes both the learning environment and the technology integration. Takes a look at different ways students can access the technology. So starts with the traditional, enhanced, choice, and handoff, and it kind of takes the SAMR just a bit further with that. So hopefully this helps you out, and let me know if I can provide you any more information.